marhum Akil Bashar al-Fatiha. Bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. نعم المولى ونعم النصير. نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونشكره ونصلي ونسلم على حبيب إله العالمين حافظ سره ومبلغ رسالاته الرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد أبي القاسم محمد وبآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين صلوات الله عليهم أجمعين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم ومنكر فضائلهم وغاصب حقوقهم من الأولين والآخرين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المجيد وكلامه الكريم وقوله الحق. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون. آمنا بالله وصدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. I have recited the very first verse of Surah Ambiya. Now, Surah Ambiya is chapter number 21 of Holy Quran. Ambiya means the prophets. Prophets. It's Surah number 112. Now, by the name itself, it's evident that it talks about the prophets. So, approximately, it talks about 16 prophets. It talks about Ibrahim. It talks about Isa, Musa, Idris, Ilyas, Zakaria, Yahya. And the very famous verse of Holy Quran, of Surah Ambiya, verse number 89, that when Zakaria prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rabbi la tadharni farda wa anta khayrul warithin. This is a very famous verse. I'm sure all of us have heard this verse. And this was the dua of Nabi Zakaria alayhi salam. When he reached at that old age, Quran says, and now this is in other surah, in Surah Maryam, when Zakaria says to his Lord that, oh Lord, how can you bless me a child when I've become weak and frail, when my bones are weak, where my hair and my beard has turned gray? How is it my wife is barren? How is it possible for you to grant me a child at this age? Now, this is Surah Maryam. However, in Surah Ambiya now, verse number 89, Zakaria prays to Lord, Rabbi la tadharni farda wa anta khayrul warithin, which means that, oh Lord, grant me with a child, and you are the best of the inheritors. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about different prophets in this particular surah, Surah Ambiya. As we said initially, that it is evident by its name, Ambiya, which means the prophets. Now, this surah is Makki, which means that it was revealed in Makkah. Scholars say that most of the Makki surahs talk about fundamentals of Islam. What does it mean? It means that it talks about Tawheed, Nabuwat, Qayamat. It talks about the prophets of Allah and in Makkah, because the prophet is in Makkah. So now it doesn't talk about Mu'minin as yet. Surah Munafiqun and other Surah Ahzab was revealed in Medina. But now this is initial stage. So it talks about Usul-e-Din, if you like. It talks about the fundamentals of Islam. It talks about the roots of religion. Now, this surah, the benefit of reciting this surah. If you recite this surah, you've got two benefits of reciting this surah. The first benefit is that you will benefit in this world. And the other benefit will be enjoyed in the hereafter. What will you enjoy in this world if you recite this surah? If you recite Surah Ambiya, it is said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you prestigious. Allah will grant you respect and prestige amongst people. The benefit of the hereafter is that these prophets will befriend you. They'll be friend of yours. Now, Riwayah says, Hubban laha. However, if you recite this surah out of love, Hubban laha. What does it mean when it says that if you recite out of love? It means that there are many people, they recite just for the sake of reciting. Yeah? They recite just as a formality, if you like, lip service. Or some people recite Quran and understand Quran, they do research, they make a depth research of Quran because of criticizing Quran. There have been people in the past, they want to criticize Quran. So that is why it says, the Riwayah says, Hubban laha. Out of love, if you recite, then you will enjoy these benefits of the world and in the hereafter. Now, the very first verse says, اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون. What does it mean? It means that the time of hisab has drawn very near. Iqtaraba means qarib, near, closer. That iqtaraba linnasi, O people, the time for hisab, the time for accounting, the time for reckoning has drawn very near. Iqtaraba linnasi hisabuhum. Then it says, وَهُمْ فِي غَفْلَةٍ مُعْرِضُونَ. But people are in ghafla. Ghafla is heedlessness, and they turn away their heads. Now, the very first thing here, Quran says is that اقترب للناس حسابهم. The hisab has come very closer. What does it mean? Hisab, what does hisab mean here? So scholars say there are two meanings of hisab here. The first meaning for hisab is that death is very near. And we see that people, day in, day out, people die. Yeah? So death is very near. The second meaning of hisab here is not death, but qayamat is very near. So now you might tell me, qayamat is near? We have been hearing qayamat years. Since our childhood till now, we are getting old now. We've been hearing qayamat aavse, qayamat aavse. 50,000 varsono ek divas thashe. This is what we are taught about qayamat. We have been hearing about qayamat. But where is qayamat? When is qayamat? So scholars say that, but is it confirmed? Yes, it is confirmed. So scholars say, whatever is confirmed, it's very near. Scholars say, because it is confirmed that Qayamat is going to take place, thus it's very near. So, at the end of this verse, because tonight we are just focusing and pondering on one verse of Surah Ambiya. So, at the end of this verse, it says, اقترب للناس حسابهم. It ends up with two negative qualities of human being. And what are those two negative qualities? Hum ghaflatim mu'ridun. The time is coming very closer, but they turn away their heads. Turning away your head is a negative quality. Because you don't want to listen. You are given advice, but you don't want to listen. You are turning away your head. This is a negative quality. And what is other negative quality? Heedlessness. Hum ghaflatim mu'ridun. Heedlessness is also a negative quality. And it says that al-ghaflatu, the ghafla is the most, and heedlessness is the most dangerous disease of soul, according to Riwayah. And in another place about ghafla in Quran Majid, it says that ghafla, meaning heedlessness. We'll explain right now what is heedlessness. What is ghafla? In Quran tells us that there are some people, they are like animals. Quran says, Ulaika kal an'am. Balhum adal. Ulaika humul ghafilun. These are people who are heedless. They are like animals. They are worse than animals. They are worse than animals. Why? Because they are heedless. And that is why they are like animals. Because they are in heedlessness, they are like animals. So it's something which is extremely dangerous. A very bad disease for soul. So this is, now let me explain what is ghafla. Ghafla, heedlessness, it is not ignorance, because ignorance is jahl. It is not forgetfulness. It's not that you have forgotten. No. It's between ignorance and forgetfulness. You are aware, but it is bi tawajjuhi. It means that you have not paid attention. It means that you have not concentrated. That is heedlessness. That is ghafla. I'll give you an example to make it more clear. Say you are driving. While you are driving, right, you are also chatting. You're also using your phone. You're using your mobile. And you are driving. And then, God forbid, because you are not paying attention in driving, you're not concentrating in your driving, you are concentrating in your phone, you are busy chatting, and God forbid you knock into a car and accident takes place. Yeah, so this is ghafla. This is heedlessness. It means that this driver, it doesn't mean that he's ignorant. It doesn't mean that he doesn't know that do not use your phone while driving. It's not that he forgot that he is sitting at the steering. He's driving a car. No, it's not that he's forgotten. But it is bi tawajjuhi, scholars say. It is la parwahi in Urdu or in Gujarati perhaps. It's la parwahi because he has not paid attention. So that is ghafla. Or perhaps it's not that necessarily he's using a car. He's using a phone while driving. Maybe the phone has fallen down and he's driving. It happens. And he wants to pick his phone. He's also driving and he wants to pick his phone. And he knocks into another car. An accident takes place. This is ghafla. Or no. In other words, something deviates you. That is ghafla. Perhaps the kids are talking behind and you are driving. They are shouting. They are singing nursery rhymes. And you say, hey, don't shout. Don't scream. I can't concentrate. Right? So there is something, the third thing which deviates you, which takes you away from the path. That is ghafla. La parwai. I had a friend in Iran. He said that I was driving from Qum to Tehran. He says the motorway was very quiet. I was on my lane. And suddenly I saw a car which met an accident. It knocked into another car. It was an accident over there. And I was thinking at that time, at that very moment, it was a fresh accident. He says, I was thinking at that moment that the driver of this car, he was either intoxicant or he was sleepy, perhaps, or perhaps he was crazy because it's so quiet. The motorway is so quiet. Sometimes when you travel at night, the motorway is very quiet. You enjoy driving, don't you? He says that it was completely quiet. But then how come he knocked to another car? He says, as I was thinking, that it might be these three reasons. Either he was sleepy, intoxicant, or crazy. He says, as I was thinking, I also lost my concentration and I knocked into another car and I also met an accident, but I was saved. He says, at that time, I understood that there is a fourth way. There's other fourth reason, of accident, and that is ghafla. And that is heedlessness. Same applies to us. We also become heedless, don't we? We become heedless. How do we become heedless? We become heedless because of these things, worldly things. It makes us deviate. We deviate from the straight path. Yeah. So when Sheikh Wahai in his book Kashkol, he says that human has got 6 stages. Because اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة مؤرضون. He is in ghafla while death is very closer to him. It's very close to him. And here hisab, it means death. Hisab means qiyamah. That's what the scholars say. So we are crossing our stages, different stages. Sheikh Bahai says that there are 6 stages. 3 stages we have already crossed, all of us here. 3 stages we have already crossed. The remaining are the 3 stages. What is the first stage? The stages of creation. The first stage is that maqam sulb. What is maqam sulb? Sulb is that back of our father. The place where sperms stay. Yeah. Initially we were at the back of our father. That is called maqam sulb. Yeah. Then that is why Quran says interestingly in Surah Tariq, chapter 86. فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانِ مِمَّا خُلِقَ خُلِقَ مِمَّا إِنْ دَافِقٍ يَخْرُجُ مِنْ بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ. Quran says that man should look and consider that what is he created of? With what is he created? What is his ingredient? فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانِ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. Then Quran says, خُلِقَ مِمَّا إِنْ دَافِقٍ. Insan is created with that water which gushes out. خُلِقَ مِمَّا إِنْ دَافِقٍ يَخْرُجُ مِنْ بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ. It comes out from back and from the ribs. So that is sperms of our father. So that is the first stage. Yeah. Maqam sulb. Then another maqam, another stage, Sheikh Bahai says, maqam arham or maqam rahm. Then that sperm comes and it goes to the womb of the mother. It comes to the womb of a mother. Quran says again, yusawwirukum fi arham, fil arham. Yusawwirukum fil arham. Which means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designs you when you are in your mother's womb. And that is why those women who are pregnant, they should recite Al-Musawwiru, a tasbih of Al-Musawwiru. Al-Musawwiru is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which means the designer. Allah designs you when you are in your mother's womb. Allah gives you complexion at that time. Which kind of a child will he be? Tall, short, whatever. Handsome, ugly, whatever. Everything is designed when a child is in his mother's womb. Yusawwirukum fil arham. This is the second stage. The third stage is the stage of delivery, when the child is born. يَخْرُجُ مِن بُطُونِ أُمَّهَاتِكُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ شَيْئًا. Quran says, then you are born from your mothers while you do not know anything. You did not know anything. When you came out from your mother's belly and your mother's tummy, you did not know anything. So these 3 stages are over. Then another 3 stages, which is waiting for us, that is maqam qabr. Maqam qabr, that is grave. Everyone will have to go to his grave if we are lucky. Because there are so many people, they are burnt, yeah, out of, if the bomb is, if they are killed out of bombs, they are killed of explosion of bombs, then they are burnt, they change into ashes, they don't get grave. So even to get a grave is lucky. Yeah. Or if a person is drowned, if he drowns and his body is not found, you don't get grave, do you? So maqam qabr. Then comes maqam qayamat. Everybody will be present there, Sheikh Bahai says. And then the last stage, which is the 6th stage, is either Jannat or Jahannam. It's either you go to paradise or you go to hell, Jannah or Jahannam. It depends upon your deeds. So these are the 6 stages. But then if we want to go to Jannah, then we need to be away from ghafla, from heedlessness. Why? Because this is such a disease which is extremely dangerous disease. Ghafla, which means heedlessness, which deviates you. La takun minal ghafilin, Quran says. And do not be from those who are ghafla. Now in Munajat Shabaniya, ghaflat, heedlessness, is described as anything that when a person uses inappropriately his faculty and his potential. How many potentials we are given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So much faculty we are given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The faculty of seeing, speaking skills, listening skills. All these are faculties. These all are potential and capacity given by whom? By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But even if it is used inappropriately in Munajat Shabaniya, it says then this is ghafla. Example. So if a person uses his phone for 3 hours, he's in Facebook. Obviously, he's using his potential inappropriately. It's not something beneficial. Yeah? Then this is ghafla. He's not using it in a good way. This is ghafla. This is heedlessness. A person has got potential, but he does not use in a good way. This is ghafla. Ulaika humul ghafilun. These are people who are worse than animals according to Quran. And that is why Allah may use your potential, your faculty in a good way. Ayatollah Ghul Paigani, whenever he would wake up in the morning, he would take 1 ayat of Quran. And he would focus and ponder on that one ayat of Quran from morning till night. This is using your faculty, your potential in a good way. That this one verse of Quran, what does it try to tell us? What does it tell me? What is the pagham? What is the message of this verse of Quran? See, I try to speak to myself. I tell those people who are close to me that Quran is extremely important. I agree that we learn the rules and tajweed and sawt and lahan. That's fine. But do you know, to recite a Quran is also important. Not only to recite, to look at Quran is important. At least one verse. Learn something new. Otherwise, your house is going to be like a kabristan. That house where Quran is not being recited, that house is equivalent to kabristan. We focus on other things, that's fine. On tajweed, on tafseer. Our kids are getting bored. They want new things. But do they know how to recite Quran? Do they read Quran? فَقْرَوْا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنْ. Quran says in Surah Muzammil. Read as much as you can. You will ask me that why are you telling us to read? To read? Yes, to read. Quran says, فَقْرَوْا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنْ. Read as much as you can. In Surah Muzammil, Quran says that read Quran even if you go to the battlefield. We say that we are very busy, don't we? We say that we are very busy. Those people who go to the battlefield, Quran is commanding them. Even if you go to the battlefield, read Quran. Read Quran as much as you can. So at least one verse. And then you will be counted as ghafilin if you do not recite 10 verses in a day. Only 10 verses. First Imam Bakir says recite 50 verses. You don't have time? Recite one ruku, makra. Ain, one ain to another ain. Oh, it's long? Okay. Islam has made simple for us. Recite 10 verses. Only 10 verses. You are not well? Sometimes it happens with us. We are not well. We didn't get time. We are very busy. Take Quran, recite only 10 verses. Literally 10 verses. Do know, because our kids are very smart. They'll tell you, we recite 10 verses in namaz already. Nah, Baba, not those verses. No, a part of Quran, a part of namaz. Recite 10 verses. Otherwise, you will be counted as ghafilin. Look at Surah Furqan, chapter 25, verse number 30. Quran says that Rasul on the day of judgment, he will complain that this is the nation which took Quran as mahjur. Mahjur means they had forsaken Quran. They had neglected Quran. Now on the day of judgment, if you want to be counted with those who forsook Quran or who neglected Quran, then it's up to you. And if you don't want to be counted with those people who neglected Quran, recite at least 10 verses. So that on the day of judgment, you are not blamed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, Rasulullah will blame us that we didn't recite Quran. And don't feel shy. Many times we feel shy. Maru Quran chhe na barabar nathi. It's all right. Don't feel shy to learn something, even if you're old. Open Quran. It's simple. It's not hard. Just mix the letters and you'll get there. At least you know that you have tried, you have learned. Rather than you have just kept Quran. Time is going. اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة معرضون. मोहतरम सामीन, मेरा वक्त गुजर गया. अब बहुत तेजी से अपने तकरीर के दामन को समेटना चाहता हूं कि गफलत जो है दो किस्म के है. पहली किस्मत गफलत की ये है कि काबिल जुबरान है, और दूसरी किस्मत गफलत की गैर जुबरान है. जुबरान समझते हैं ना? जुबरान यानी कंपनसेशन. यानी क्या? यानी कभी कभार ऐसा होता है कि आप कंपनसेट कर सकते हैं. कोई मुसीबत आए, कोई प्रॉब्लम आए, आप कंपनसेट कर सकते हैं, जुबरान कर सकते हैं. और कभी कभार आप जुबरान नहीं कर सकते, कंपनसेट नहीं कर सकते. मैं एग्जांपल दूं आपको, दोबारा ड्राइविंग का एग्जांपल दूं. अगर एक ड्राइवर ड्राइविंग करता है, उनको नींद आती है ना, मोटरवे में उनको नींद आती है. अच्छा, अपने लेन से निकलता है, दूसरे लेन में जाता है, अचानक चौंक उठता है. जब चौंकता है और दोबारा अपनी लेन में जाता है, इस मुश्किल को कहते हैं काबिल जुबरान, क्योंकि वो उसी वक्त उसने अपने आप को संभाल लिया. इसको कहते हैं काबिल जुबरान. लेकिन खुदा न करे, अगर एक ड्राइवर ने ड्राइविंग की लेकिन वो अपने आप को संभाल न सका اور نعوذ باللہ حادثہ ہوا, تصادف ہوا, ایکسیڈنٹ ہوا, پیسنجرز جو تھے سب کا انتقال ہوا, وہ خود تو بچ گیا. اگر پیسنجر سب انتقال کر گئے تو یہ قابل جبران نہیں ہے, کیونکہ سب, اب اس کی بیوی تھی یا بچے تھے, سب کا انتقال ہوا, تو اب وہ قابل جبران نہیں ہے. تو وہ غفلت کی وجہ سے, پہلے ڈرائیور غفلت کی وجہ سے بچ گیا کیونکہ اپنے آپ کو سنبھال لیا, دوسرے ڈرائیور نے اپنے آپ کو سنبھال نہ سکا, غفلت کی وجہ سے قابل جبران نہیں تھا. لہٰذا ہارون کے زمانے میں بھی, ایگزامپل دو ہارون کی اور آپ کی زحمت کو تمام کروں. ہارون رشید ملعون, ایک مرتبہ بہلول نے ہارون کو بلایا. ہارون آپ سب جانتے کہ ہارون بہت متکبر انسان تھا. ہارون رشید, ہارون نے کہا کہ تم مجھے نام سے, یہ کون ہے جو مجھے نام سے بلاتا ہے؟ اس کی جرأت, میں خلیفہ وقت, بادشاہ وقت, اور مجھے نام سے بلاتا ہے. بہلول نے ہارون کو نام سے بلایا. ہارون تو اس نے کہا تم مجھے نام سے بلاتے ہو, تمہیں شرم نہیں آتی ہے, میں خلیفہ ہوں. تو اس وقت بہلول کہتے ہیں کہ اے ہارون, تم خلیفہ وقت ہو نا؟ کہا. تم مالک ہو, تم بادشاہ ہو؟ کہا. تم شرق میں ہو, تمہاری ولایت میں, تمہاری حکومت میں, غرب میں اگر ظلم ہوتا ہے اور تم نے اس ظلم کو نہیں روکا تو قیامت کے دن تم مسئول ہو, تم جواب گو ہو. تو اسی وقت ہارون رونے لگا, ہارون رشید رونے لگا. اب اسی وقت جب وہ روتا تھا ملعون, اگر اس نے اپنے آپ کو اگر سنبھال لیا ہوتا اور راہ راست میں آ جاتا تو یہ غفلت اس کی جو ہے قابل جبران ہوتی ہے کہ نہیں؟ قابل جبران ہوتی. لیکن یہی ہارون ملعون, ہارون رشید, جب بغداد سے نکلتا ہے اور ایران میں پہنچتا ہے ایک جنگ کے لیے, اپنی فوج کو بلاتا ہے, اس وقت بہت اچانک مریض ہو گیا, بہت بری طریقے سے مریض ہو گیا. جب اپنی فوج کو بلاتا ہے اور اتنا مریض ہوا کہ اب وہ جانتا تھا کہ میں اب بچ نہیں پاؤں گا, وہ گھوڑے پہ بیٹھتا ہے اور اپنی فوج کو دیکھتا ہے. وہ کہتا ہے کہ میں فقط اپنی فوج کو دیکھنا چاہتا ہوں. فقط 46 سال کی عمر تھی ان کی, اس وقت وہ مر جاتا ہے. اس گھوڑے میں بیٹھتے ہیں اور بہت مریض ہوتا ہے اور اپنی فوج کو دیکھتا ہے اور ایک آیت, قرآن کی آیت تلاوت کرتا ہے. وہ کہتا ہے ما اغنا انی مالیا, سورہ حاقہ کی آیت ہے. ما اغنا انی مالیا, میرا مال مجھے کام نہیں آیا, اور انتقال اور واصل جہنم ہوتا ہے ملعون. تو وہ جو ہے قابل جبران نہیں ہے. اسی وقت بھی اگر وہ توبہ کرتا شاید خدا اس کی توبہ کو معاف نہ کرتا, کیونکہ خدا نے ان کو اتنا موقع دیا ہارون کو, لیکن اس نے موقع کو غنیمت شمار نہیں کیا. آخر کار اب کیا فائدہ؟ فرعون جیسے تبتو الان, جب ڈوبتا تھا پھر کہتا ہے تبتو الان, اب میں توبہ کرتا ہوں. خدا نے کتنا موقع دیا فرعون کو, ہارون کو بھی کتنا موقع دیا. وہ جب نصیحتیں سنتا تھا تو روتا تھا ملعون, اور مگن بچ کے آنسو تھے, لیکن دوبارہ اپنے دربار میں جاتا تھا, رقاص کے ساتھ جھومتا تھا اور گاتا تھا اور ناچتا تھا, بھول جاتا تھا. تو خدا بہت موقع دیتا ہے ہمیں بھی, تاکہ ہم غفلت سے نکل جائیں اور راہ راست میں آ جائیں. ہاں آزادارو, 40 حسینی ابھی گزرا ہے. امام حسین کے 40, امام حسین کے زوار, کچھ ابھی تک عراق میں ہے, کچھ آ چکے. پہلا زائر, بہت زائر ہے نا ماشاءاللہ, خدا قبول کرے, خدا ہمیں بھی امام حسین کی زیارت نصیب کرے, دنیا میں حسین کی زیارت نصیب کرے, آخرت میں حسین کی شفاعت سے مشرف کرے. ہاں زادارو, کہتے ہیں کہ پہلا زائر کون تھا؟ جابر ابن عبداللہ انصاری. 40 میں چہلم کا دن تھا, نہر الکما میں غسل کیا. غسل کرنے کے بعد, کیونکہ نابینا تھے جابر, دیکھ نہیں پاتے تھے, اپنے صحابی کے ساتھ جاتے ہیں اور صحابی سے کہتے, اپنے غلام کے ساتھ جاتے, عطیہ سے کہتے ذرا میرے مولا کی قبر مجھے دکھا دے. ان کو دکھایا جاتا ہے کہ دیکھو یہ حسین کی قبر ہے. ایک مرتبہ قبر پہ گر پڑتے ہیں, سلام کرتے ہیں, السلام علیکہ یا ابا عبداللہ, لیکن قبر سے جواب نہیں آتی ہے. ایک مرتبہ جابر کہتے ہیں حبیبون لا یجیب حبیبا, اے دوست, آیا ایک دوست کا جواب نہیں دو گے؟ پھر جابر کہتے ہیں کہ بھلا میرے مولا کیسے مجھے جواب دیں گے؟ یہاں پہ تو فقط میرے مولا کا بدن ہے, میرے مولا کا سر نو کے نیزے پہ کوفہ و شام میں دیار بدیار پھرایا گیا. اتنے میں تکبیروں کی آواز آئی، کسی کی آواز آئی جابر ہٹو، حسین کی قبر سے آواز آئی جابر ہٹو، میری بہن آتی ہے ملاقات کے لیے۔ اب زینب بھیا کی قبر میں اپنے آپ کو گراتی ہے، کہتی ہے بھیا، پہلی چیز زینب کہتی ہے بھیا اس بہن کو معاف کرو، آپ نے مجھے امانت دی تھی، وہ امانت شام کے زندان میں قید میں دفنا کے آئی ہوں۔ ہاں زادارو، وہ وقت بھی آیا کہ قافلہ تیار ہوا۔ یہ قافلہ جب مدینہ پہنچتا ہے، امام سجاد قافلہ سالار تھے، امام سجاد نے بشیر ابن جزلم سے کہا، اے بشیر، تمہارے بابا شاعر تھے، آئے تم شاعری کر سکتے ہو؟ کہا کیوں نہیں، میں کوشش کروں گا۔ امام کہتے ہیں شاعرانہ انداز سے مدینے والوں کو خبر دو کہ ہم آ گئے ہیں۔ بس ایک مرتبہ بشیر ابن جزلم نے کہا، یا اہل یثرب، اے مدینے والو، الا قد قتل الحسین بکربلا، اے مدینے والو اب مدینہ رہنے کی جگہ نہیں ہے، دیگه مدینہ حسین نہ دورے، اب مدینہ میں حسین نہیں ہے۔ اگر تم مجھے پوچھو کہ کیوں مدینہ رہنے کی جگہ نہیں ہے تو میں بس اتنا کہنا کافی ہے کہ حسین کا بدن تپتی ہوئی زمین میں پڑا تھا، ان کا سر نوکے نیزے پہ دیار بدیار پھرایا گیا۔ ہازادارو، جب بشیر ابن جزلم نے کہا نا الا قد قتل الحسین بکربلا، ایک بی بی دوڑ کے آئی بشیر کے پاس، اے بشیر یہ کیا سنتی ہوں، آیا میرے سید و آقا کو شہید کیا گیا؟ بشیر نے کہا ہاں۔ بس اسی وقت اس بی بی نے نجف کی طرف رخ کیا، آپ سمجھ گئے ہوں گے وہ کون تھی؟ کہا اے میرے سرتاج، عباس کو دودھ نہیں بخشوں گی، یعنی میرے سید و آقا کو شہید کیا گیا اور عباس بچ گئے۔ بس یہ سننا تھا۔ بشیر نے کہا اے ام البنین، آپ کو غلط فہمی ہوئی، پہلے تو عباس کے شان قلم ہوئے، پہلے تو عباس کو شہید کیا گیا، اس کے بعد میرے سید و آقا کو شہید کیا گیا۔ زینب جب گھر پہ جاتی ہے تو ایک مرتبہ یہ زینب کبھی بھی اون محمد پر گریہ نہیں کیا، شام غریبہ میں اون محمد پر گریہ نہیں کیا، شام کے قید خانے میں جب تبرکات آئے، شہداء کے سر آئے، زینب نے اون محمد پر گریہ نہیں کیا۔ زینب نے کب گریہ کیا اون محمد پر؟ جب مدینہ پہنچتی ہے، گھر میں دو ننھے مسلح دیکھتی ہے، ایک مرتبہ کربلا کی طرف رخ کیا، کہتی ہے اے میرے پیارو، تم نے جنگل کو بسا دیا، مدینہ ویران ہوا۔ الا لعنۃ اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون رضا بقضائه وتسليما لأمره. Mu'minin are requested to recite Surah Fatiha for marhum Akil Bashagha al-Fatiha.